Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing the Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Antonio Margarito is back in the news. He's doing interviews again. In case you didn't know, he disappeared for the last few years after announcing his retirement from boxing. I think that retirement came because he was just tired of the pressure he was getting from boxing fans, from the media, and just across the boxing community about him being a cheat. Once he was flagged as a cheat in the Mosley fight, it made everybody question what happened in the Cotto fight. And if you look at this image that I have here of Margarito in that plaster, that's from the hand wrap that was used on Cotto. And, don't know how many of you have boxed before or even had your hands wrapped. That doesn't happen. That right there, that doesn't happen. So a lot of people believe that he cheated. But anyway, he's come out, man, and he's still coming out, man, blasting. And he's saying, I didn't cheat. I'm the victim. He said he swears to God he's never cheated, never had to cheat. He beat Miguel Cotto fair and square. He's like, what happened with Mosley fight? He's still blaming his trainer. But this is the thing, right? And man, I ain't trying to peel back a scab on old issues, but he's come out in the media and he's still talking. He's still running his mouth. I don't care, man. If you get your hands wrapped, you know what's getting put on your hands. He can't say he didn't know what was being put on his hands. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. It's not like you're in a doctor's office and say you're visiting your dentist and they're coming and they're cleaning your teeth and stuff like that. Sometimes you don't see the utensils that they're using to go in there, man, when they're doing the cleaning and stuff like that. The water and stuff like that, and they use a different utensil to spray the water in, and they use that, man, to clean your teeth. So you can kind of get that, but when you're sitting right there looking at someone wrap your hands. So anyway, man, he's talking about now and coming back, and Sergio Martinez, if you guys didn't know, he's back and he's fighting and he's come out of retirement. And Sergio Martinez, so anyone who lost to Margarito are now saying they lost because Antonio Margarito used plastered wraps on his hands, and they're saying that he basically cheated to defeat them. Now, Kermit Cintron said that, Sergio Martinez said that, we all believe that happened with Cotto, and he didn't get a chance to with Mosley, and he didn't get a chance to in the Cotto rematch. And after that, he's had a couple fights, and he's looked average. Now, one thing I will say, in the Cotto rematch, Margarito, if they wouldn't have stopped that fight, Margarito was going to win that fight. And I say that because Cotto was getting tired. So I don't care what anybody has to say. Cotto was getting tired. And the referee stopped that fight, and that saved Miguel Cotto. But he was beating Margarito down, but Cotto has to thank Pacquiao for, softening up that eye and serving him on a silver platter, because Pacquiao's damage of that eye is what I think saved Miguel Cotto. But I still think, even if Margarito would have came and stopped him that fight, I still think he cheated in the first fight, because Miguel's face wasn't as bludgeoned as it was at first. That first fight was crazy, like something out of a horror movie. So Margarito cheated. But he's back in the news and he's like, look, I'm a veteran. Sergio Martinez is a veteran. Let's fight. If somebody wants to fight me, no problem. Well, he said he'll even allow their trainers to wrap his hands. He said he has no problem with it. He said he's always trained like a dog, is what he said. He said that's the reason why he was able to get there and get in the ring and get the victories that he was able to achieve. But it's just, for me, it's just laughable that sometimes you ever heard somebody tell you, man, the loudest one in the room is the weakest one? And also the loudest ones most of the time is the liar, or has something to hide. If you don't have anything to hide, you just remain reticent and just keep it moving. But I personally think Margarito, like most, I think he cheated. Now, to be fair to him, anything before the Mosley fight, nobody knows. We can't definitively say that he cheated, but makes you wonder. And the reason why I believe in the Miguel Cotto fight that he cheated in the first one is because of these wraps, like what the image you have here. Now, anything before that, why not? You have to question that. You really have to stop and question that. If he got caught trying to cheat for the Mosley fight, you look at that pink stain that they have on this hand wrap, same thing that they found in the Mosley on the wraps they took off of him when they fight Mosley. But if that happened in those two fights, why will we not assume it didn't happen in previous fights with other opponents? So I definitely believe he cheated, and I think him coming back now, I'm glad he had an opportunity to sit back and spend time with his children and his family, and that's fantastic. I have nothing negative to say about that. That's a beautiful thing, beautiful family. I'm all for that. But at the end of the day, with Margarito and what he did inside that ring, that's criminal. It's no different than what Louis Resto did by taking the padding out of his gloves. And Louis Resto had removed padding from his gloves in several fights. And that's why those boxers were saying they were just shocked, because they felt like he just had the strongest hands they'd ever felt. And they were just didn't believe he was cheating. They just were like, man, this guy hits extremely hard. Then come to find out he was cheating. So just ruining people's lives, ruining your legacy, and ruining your career is just not worth it. So Margarito, in my opinion, just needs to sit back and just relax, man, and just stop getting in front of the camera. When they ask him those questions, you gotta have the strength to tell him, like Mike Tyson. People know, don't talk to Mike Tyson about him going to jail, about being convicted of rape. Like, that's just something that, don't talk about it. That's gonna be a problem for the person asking the question. In Margarito's case, he shouldn't allow them to ask that, because it's gonna be a problem for him, not the person asking the question, because no matter what he says, he's gonna look guilty. So he just needs to shut up. Absolutely crazy. But Sergio Martinez, his handicapped backside, he's running around here talking about Margarito. So Margarito's like, look, we can fight. So, one thing about these veterans, they're now seeing an opportunity to make money, still boxing and exhibitions, and they should thank Money Mayweather for that, because he's still found a way to win, found a way to make money, and all these other veterans are finding opportunities to make money, because there's still an audience who'd like to see them fight. And I tell you what, a lot of people still pay to see Margarito fight. There's a lot of fans who come up to him, they swarm him, they love him, man, especially the Mexican fans. Aside from the cheating, it's because he was a warrior. When he got in that ring, man, you really do have to kill him. He's just a guy. He talked about someone having a chin made out of granite. He was that guy. But Margarito, aside from the hand wrap and fighting Sergio Martinez, he went on to say that he felt that if Manny Pacquiao fought Canelo at the time where he fought Pacquiao, he's talking about this Canelo, but if he would have fought this Canelo where Pacquiao was at his prime, he felt Pacquiao would beat him. He said Pacquiao would beat him. He's like, he definitely feels that Pacquiao would shut him down. No problem. He said Pacquiao was just too special of a fighter. Nobody was going to beat him at that point. I'm not sure about that, but I think Pacquiao would have had a very good chance to beat what's his name, Canelo. But at the same time, if Canelo lands on him, because Pacquiao's not known for having a great chin, he's not known for having a questionable chin, because he really didn't get hit very hard in many of those fights. He'll take a shot here and there, but not just a super clean shot. And when he got hit with a clean shot by Marquez, and Marquez was able to get him out of there. But you had to question Marquez, the way his body changed. There was no VADA testing. People say he was on steroids. I don't know how many of you have worked out or have tried to reduce your body weight and develop a streamlined physique. To make those kind of drastic changes to your physical appearance and the symmetry of your body in a short period of time is, I guess, with the right nutritionist and workout strategy, you can do some amazing things. But that's unheard of. That's unheard of. And I don't know how many have hit a speed bag before. It's not easy to hit a speed bag and pop it. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. I don't care if you hit this with a hook, you hit it with an uppercut, straight, right, left, whatever. It's not easy to burst a speed bag. So when you got this man that's just bursting speed bags, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's in wild boar meat, like Tyson Fury said, or in the beef in Mexico. Hilarious. But anyway, Margarito man is looking to make a comeback, and he's throwing it out there to Sergio Martinez. You think I'm gonna cheat? You think I'm a cheat? I tell you what, let your corner wrap my hands, and we can fight. And I think that's a great fight, honestly, for the two veterans to come out. And whether it's exhibition or an actual sanctioned boxing match, which they both should be able to get boxing license to fight. Sergio Martinez already has his boxing license, but I think that'll be a good fight. My understanding from what Margarito said, he doesn't care what it is, but I think he would be pushing more for a regular fight. Because he's almost saying, put some respect on my name. You guys, I got caught out there in the wind once, but you guys are still acting like, I can't get busy. And we all know Margarito is a tough guy and he can fight. But if he does come back and he loses, it's all one-sided. It's not going to look good for him. So sometimes you just got to sit back and leave things alone. And that's my 2 cents on Margarito. So Margarito is back and he's making noise. And he's also talked about Pacquiao and feeling like Pacquiao would have beat Canelo. Pacquiao in his prime, Canelo in his prime right now, Pacquiao beats him. So, I don't know, he's out talking. So expect to hear more from him. There's going to be a lot of videos coming out from different people talking about Margarito because he gave a lot of great content in the interviews. He just nonstop talking. It's almost like he's been waiting for 2, 3, 4 years to just start talking. It's like he's just kept it all suppressed. I was shocked at how much he talked, to be honest with you. For someone who's guilty, he sure doesn't know how to shut up. But anyway, man, that's my 2 cents on that. You guys keep safe. Shout out to all the veterans. Boxing is, like said, boxing really is life, man. I love boxing, man. I'm sure y'all do too. But more videos to come. Y'all keep safe. Shout out to all the veterans. And as always, I'm in the breeze.